All right, welcome back to episode 6 of Definitely Random. Here with Erica once again.
What's up? What's up?
How you doing today?
Good. Kind of tired. We discussed a little bit before we started recording, but slow week. Hopefully it's gonna get better. But yeah, nothing bad necessarily. Just a little bit of boring week. Haven't really done much.
I mean, that's good. It's a slow week, but you said you have to get it done because then it'll get crazy.
Yeah. There's stuff at work I gotta get done. Just been pushing it off or whatever, putting it off. I mean,
that's been me almost every week on something. I'm just not wanting to do it, but that's good. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and swell. My week has been equally slow. I've had a lot of appointments this week, so I went to the doctor, which I haven't been to the doctor for a checkup in a long time. I got a checkup a couple years ago because what did I go for?
Gonorrhea.
I went for gonorrhea. And so naturally...
Just every STD in the book.
Yeah.
If it ended in EA, he got a test.
Yeah. Chlamydia, gonorrhea. Or you know what I mean?
The clap.
The
Isn't that the same as gonorrhea?
Yeah, whatever.
Or
yeah,
no, that's chlamydia. I don't know.
No, it's gonorrhea, I think.
I don't know. You got crabs and herpes and stuff.
Yeah, I got the whole...
You got it all.
I got it all. Well, that was the last time. That was years ago. That's the last time I went to the doctor. So I hadn't gone in a while. But good thing is everything was good. They did blood test on me.
Yeah.
So the last time I got a blood test, I was in, I think, middle school when they took my blood.
Dang, that long?
Yes. Well, that they did a blood test. And I remember being in the doctor's office and they were taking my blood. Gotcha. I donated blood senior year of high school. Uh-huh. So naturally, I know they were taking a lot of blood. So what I'm trying to say is I remember when doing the blood test, they took like a bag or whatever container of blood. It wasn't
just a little vial?
At the time, okay. Like years ago, that's what I remember. So when I went this past week, I went on Monday, and I was like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of needles or anything. I'm just like, they're going to take a lot of blood. I'm going to feel woozy. Dude, they fucking, real quick, didn't feel it.
Yeah.
Took 3 vials, didn't even fill them.
It takes seconds.
Legitimately sitting in the chair for like 5 minutes, and 4 of those minutes were her asking me questions because she had to type shit.
Yeah.
And then do. And she's like, all right, you're good to go. I was like, that's it? She's like, yeah, you're good. I was like, wow, I have not. So anyway, I'm good though. Results came back.
That's good.
I guess I'm good.
I don't want to go to the doctor because I don't want to hear any bad news or anything like that.
I just went.
If I'm gonna die, I'll just die.
What if you could prevent it though?
That's tough.
I guess, man. Teach their own. I went to the dentist too. I was telling you, I had to get another deep cleaning of my teeth because apparently, here's what they said. They said, so there's these pockets, is what they said, around your gums and your teeth, surrounding your teeth. So hugging your teeth.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And so I guess when you don't floss or when there's bacteria,
stuff gets in there.
Like gingivitis, I think, pre-gingivitis, it starts separating, growing. Not growing, but opening. That's a better word, opening. So the pockets are opening. So it's not as tight around the tooth is what I'm understanding. Do you know what I'm getting? So this is your tooth.
Okay.
This is your gum. This is your tooth in the gum, right?
Yeah.
Those watching, right?
Okay, he's a dentist.
I'm a certified orthodontist, DDS, whatever. So when...
He knows his way around a mouth. Let's just say that.
Yes,
Let's just say that.
You would know.
I would know.
So when there's bacteria getting inside, when you don't brush or floss, the bacteria starts eating away at the gums. So there's not as a tight fit. You know what I mean? So that's why teeth can fall out. When it's severe and stuff like that. Yeah. That's severe. Obviously, I'm nowhere near that. Mm-hmm. But they were your pockets are getting bigger again. Because I went years ago, almost 2 years ago now, and I had that issue. They corrected it, gave me they inject antibiotics. So anyway, that's happening again. But my own fault this time because I don't floss. So they're have you been flossing? I was like, no. So when it first happened, I started flossing a lot because I was like, fuck, I don't want
and it just kind of died out.
I have this fear of my teeth falling out. I'm really self-conscious about my teeth. I want to have a good mouth. You know what I mean? I don't like...
You do?
I do like to have a good mouth.
He already does.
They don't call me the cum dumpster for nothing. So I don't know. So I like to take care of my teeth. But so when I went on that binge of flossing, it was a couple months. Yeah. Or 2 visits after, which I think was actually 6 months because I was doing 3-month visits frequently. And they're like, oh, you're doing good. And I was like, yeah. And then I stopped.
Is he got lazy or what?
Yeah, it's just like I was kind of telling you earlier. I don't like you have to go individually.
It's just very time consuming to stand there and
it's honestly not even. It is time consuming, but when you time it, it's probably only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe. Probably going through all your teeth.
See, when I do it though, it's because I'm very, I guess, like OCD or something, like very detailed. So if I start something and I see the slightest little thing, I'm gonna keep going and like I'll go until like they start bleeding.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, just because like I don't know. Once I started, I gotta make sure.
Self-harm?
Oh, my gums.
Are you okay?
My gums aren't.
I can see. Yeah, I want to get a water flosser though. I'm gonna ask them.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
I don't know if that's like
it's kind of messy,
like a dental. Because when I first went, they said get an electric toothbrush, which is why I bought my electric toothbrush. Because they're like, yeah, your gums are a little more sensitive and they need no more cleaning, so we recommend you get a. I mean, it's good for everyone, but an electric toothbrush. So I did. Yeah. Bought like a $30-$40 one at Target.
Yeah. You're the reason why I got one too.
It's nice. I mean, it took some getting used to. When I first had it, it was weird. Like it was vibrating my teeth, and it's just weird. But now I like it, and I'm glad I got it. I just replaced the heads on it now because you can buy a pack of the heads for like.
It's like three for like 15 or something.
Not even. Well, those are like the name brand ones. I go on Amazon and you get the ones that fit. So I have like a pack of 10. And I think it was like $12.
You're lying.
I'll send you the link.
I get the Great Value ones.
Oh,
the
I don't
Great
even get them from the
and
store.
the Target brand ones.
No, I'll send you the link. Well,
okay.
I mean,
I get
you'll
3
have
for
to
15.
look up your model because I don't know what like model toothbrush you have. So I just looked up like mine.
Mine's gas powered.
Oh, he plugs it into propane. Into That's wild. Yeah, they're cheap. They're like real cheap. They're cheap.
Yeah.
So like I said, and Steph I said recently, but I think last summer she bought one. Now, so we both have one.
I did notice a difference.
Now I'm gonna get a water flosser because I think
if that's kind of messy.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's okay.
Because like I don't know how to use it. I'm sure once you get used to it, you figure it out.
Yeah.
You'll be less messy. But like because maybe it's kind of my own fault, but like I'll be opening my mouth as I'm doing it, and so like, it's just squirting out. For those just listening, not paying attention.
Anyway.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
One thing I do want to try.
If that would help, I'll invest in buying one.
It's not expensive.
I didn't want to get a deep clean because it's a little pricey. Like my insurance still covers a good amount of it, but it comes out to a few $100s, and you have to do 2 sessions because they do half your mouth. Like that's the way you have to do it. So like this half and then this half for whatever reason.
But what if the other half gets dirty by the time you go back for the other?
Well, I'm doing it next day, so I hope that doesn't fucking happen.
Oh.
I'm doing it like a Tuesday and a Wednesday or Monday and a Tuesday. I forgot which.
I thought it was like different time.
Nah, it's like
you go one month.
I think they try to do it within the same like week.
So that way that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think it'll happen over like even a week or 2. I don't think so. But I mean, I'm not a fucking dentist, but
there's one thing I want to try. It's supposed to help with like tartar or whatever, like the not tartar, plaque.
Like the buildup.
Yeah, the plaque buildup that's like stuck on there. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's called oiling. You get like a peppermint oil or some type of oil. I don't know. I mean, you can look it up on TikTok. This is where I heard it. And it's a lady.
Per usual.
It was a lady who was giving like her testimony on it, I guess. And other people kind of like backed her up because there's multiple videos.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. She just had some type of oil. I forgot what it was. I want to say it was peppermint. I could be wrong. And she just kind of uses it like mouthwash. And that like softens the plaque,
and then you just like brush it away.
You can brush it, and sometimes even like depending on how like if it's not as hard, you can just spit it out right there, and you'll see it. Oh shit! Yeah, and then like you're saving your teeth, and it kills all the bacteria that's in there. I forgot what it is, but it's some type of oil that you just use like mouthwash. Wow. Yeah, and you use it like once or twice a week or something. Yeah. Interesting. I wanted to use it. Yeah, I wanted to try it.
Never heard of that one.
You should look into it.
Nice.
You might not need a floss. I don't know.
I don't like flossing. I mean, like I said, just time consuming. But if it saves me a few $100s down the line, all right, then I guess it's worth it for sure. Because I don't want to keep paying. It's like I don't know exactly how much it is.
I'll clean them out for you.
Please.
I'll do it.
Which brings me to my next question. Now that we're bringing up flossing, you said it gets messy, water everywhere. Is water wet?
Is water wet? I mean, technically, yeah.
But what if you're submerged in water?
If you're in water, I don't think.
At what point is it not wet then?
When you get out of water.
And when you get out, it's not wet?
No, you're wet. Well, I'm not talking about like water itself. I'm talking about you, because water will always be wet. Because it's water.
Okay.
It will always be wet.
Okay.
But like you as a person, you go in, you're submerged, you're not wet yet until you come out. That's when you're wet because you're dripping.
So what are you when you're in water?
Just normal. I don't know.
So then are fish wet?
No.
Until they come out of water.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I think.
Have you heard? So you know there's like properties of matter, right?
Yes, I've heard that.
Okay. Can you name some?
Properties of matter?
Yeah. This isn't like a trick question.
Solid, liquid, and gas?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's another one. Well, there might be more, but there's one more.
What?
There's another one. And I think they're like maybe subcategories or something. I don't know. I think
it's just 3 states of matter.
No,
what do you mean?
no, sir. No, sir. There's not.
What do you mean?
There's one more.
Solid, liquid, gas.
I fact checked. This is actually weeks ago, months. I think 2 months ago. Wait, I'm gonna tell you the other one.
Okay.
There might be more. So I know 4. But I learned this probably 2 months ago from the same informant that told me about the Korean stuff.
Okay.
Shout out to you know who you are. Emulsion.
What?
EMULSION. Emulsion. What do you think emulsion is? Just based off what you... just a word. What do you think?
So I think of emulsion. I think of a fine depression of minute droplets of one liquid in another.
Oh, this guy's a fucking scientist.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah. Without Google.
No, yeah, I just looked it up as you said it. What? A fine dispersion of minute droplets of one liquid in another, in which it is not soluble, or I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word. Miscible.
Miscible. Okay.
MISCIBLE.
So let me fucking...
A mixture of 2 or more liquids that are normally immiscible owing to liquid phase separation. So it's still liquid.
No.
What do you mean?
It's not. So an example of okay, so like what is what's peanut butter?
Solid.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it has like a pasty type texture.
Still solid,
you can
though.
still okay, but it's different than a solid because
Are you talking about that? I know there's like a type of paste where it looks like a liquid, but it feels like a solid. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the type of paste or goo or whatever it is it's called, but I like playing with it. Like
okay, so what about when you crack an egg, like liquid egg? Is that liquid?
What do you mean a liquid egg?
Like when you crack an egg, like the liquid inside of an egg.
The egg white and the yolk.
Yeah. What is that?
A liquid.
But that's different than like.
Well, I don't know. It might be considered a solid too.
But why is it a solid? Okay, so when I think solid, I think this pen, this cup, this chair. This is a solid.
Okay.
Right? When I think liquid, I think of this coffee. I think of this water. This is pure liquid. This is pure coffee.
Well, because you have to go down to like the atoms, like.
Okay, but so then when I bring up peanut butter, it can't be a solid because if I throw peanut butter at you, it's not gonna throw like I throw this fucking microphone.
No, well, it doesn't have to be hard like a rock to be a solid.
I'm not saying it's hard. I'm not saying it's hard, but I'm saying it's
just a characteristic. So like.
It's more than just a liquid and a solid. It's like a liquid solid combined, and that's emulsion. Yes. Yes, I'm telling you, this has been fact checked, bro.
Let me see.
Look up examples of emulsion.
So this one that I'm looking at.
I'm gonna look up example. Fuck, I'm gonna look it up. Look at this.
Yeah, no. So emulsion is just like 2 liquids that like normally can't mix that do mix. So the example that I'm looking at here is like water and oil. You know, oil goes to the top, it's more buoyant or whatever. So yeah, emulsion happens, and then the liquid or the water and the oil actually do mix.
Look right here.
But it doesn't mean it changes the state of matter. It's still
But that's
liquid.
a certain type of state of matter.
But it's still liquid.
It's not.
It falls under the category. If you want, you can maybe call it like a subcategory, but I wouldn't put it up there with the main 3.
Okay. So you're a scientist or what?
I guess so, yeah.
Look,
I've always said I'm not a mathematician.
3 examples of emulsion: egg yolk, butter, mayonnaise.
Yeah, I can see that, but...
Oh, so if I look up right now, right? If I look...
Yeah, so it's a mixture of 2 or more liquids that don't normally mix. So like water, oil, those are both liquids. They don't normally mix, but obviously you do something to it and they actually do mix and you don't see the oil floating in the top. Then yeah, I guess that's emulsion, but there's still 2 liquids. It doesn't change the state of them.
But what about...
It changes there's like a... I don't know. I don't want to say physical change.
But what about plasma? Plasma is a state of matter.
Plasma?
Yeah.
Plasma's not a state of matter.
Dude, yes, it is.
I mean, technically, we're all states of matter, but like it's not one of the 3.
But there's 4. Now there's 5.
Oh my god.
So if I look up look, I'm going to put what are the states of matter? Four states of matter. Okay, I was half right. 4 states of matter are observable in everyday life: solid, liquid, gas, plasma.
So what the heck?
And I'm pretty sure emulsion is a It's a subcategory.
A subcategory. Is liquid.
You got to give me at least a subcategory.
I just
okay. It's a sub. Okay, then we're good. I'll live with that. What is plasma? I think that's like stars, right? Or like gamma ray or some shit. Like, isn't that like...
I couldn't... Like, I know what it... Like, a plasma ball. I know kind of like what it is, but I don't know the... Like characteristics.
Yeah, how I'm not a marine biologist or nothing.
Yeah, so I know what it is, but I couldn't tell you like a definition or example besides like the plasma ball thing.
Okay, so like maybe like lightning. Lightning is like plasma? Question mark.
So I found this thing that says there's
fluorescent light.
There's 22 states of matter.
Okay, so then we're both wrong, but I'm more right because I said there was more than 3.
I don't know. You're pretty hard on emulsion.
I'm pretty sure emulsion is somewhere in there.
So let's see. So I'm going to read them really quick. They're solid, liquid, gas, plasma,
Can't even read them. He can't even read them.
Excitonium.
Yeah.
Electron degenerate matter.
That was that one, electron degenerate matter? Okay.
Strange matter, photonic matter, quantum spin Hall state, Bose-Einstein condensate, fermionic condensate, superconductivity, superfluid, supersolid, quantum spin liquid, string net liquid, Droppleton, time crystal. What the hell is a time crystal? Is a space-time crystal which changes its structure
Doctor
in space
Strange.
as well as time.
What is a time crystal? That's the one. That's the one Thanos was missing. That's why he didn't win.
It's the crystal which changes its structure in space as well as time. I guess it's like a theoretical thing. I don't know.
So it's a theoretical state of matter.
I guess. Rydberg polarons.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hold on. Wait, that wasn't it. That's part of the description. Right? I don't know. Quark gluons plasma. Rydberg matter. Okay, I guess that's the one I said. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Around 22. I don't know. Lost count.
Something. Well, I guess like those have like some subcategories. But...
Science is weird, man.
Droppleton are quasi-particles which behave like a liquid. I don't know. There's 3 states. That's what I learned in school.
That's what I learned too, man. But you know,
that's the U.S. Educational system.
That's the U.S. standard, bro. We're just
that's the Valley educational system.
Standardly stupid. Whatever. So then in school, do they still teach those 3?
I'm pretty sure.
That's just all you gotta know.
Yeah, just solid, liquid, gas.
They started coming up with some just for fun.
They're bored.
Super liquid, super solid. What the fuck is a super solid? The Hulk?
So it's a solid, but more super.
All right, you got me there.
Totally, I'm a scientist.
I can tell clearly. Clearly, you know what you're doing. So my bad. Super. What's the best Spider-Man?
What's a what?
The best Spider-Man.
The best Spider-Man?
Between Tobey, Andrew Garfield,
Tom Holland.
And Tom Holland. Best to you.
I'm going to be pretty bias, I guess, and
Toby.
nostalgia. Yeah, Tobey Maguire. I grew up with him. He was my Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did he save you?
He did actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice was chasing him, and he actually tripped on the dirt road, and then they were about to run over him in his Spider-Man.
No, it was a guy in a Spider-Man suit. He said his name was Toby. Took me to his van. Said he was saving me.
Gave me candy.
Yeah. Then I woke up like a week later, and I was in my bed, so I guess I was saved.
Butthole a little sore, but everything was good after that. That's why I just want to go to the doctor, because he has the fucking...
The save is a save. I still got webs back there. Ooh. You're nasty.
You're nasty. But really, Toby?
I think so. Just
mine used to be Toby for a long time, and I died on that hill. I think each of them brings something to the table.
Yeah, I like them all. Don't get me wrong. I like them all, but I think my favorite is Toby, just because I grew up with him, and just for nostalgic reasons.
I think my favorite is Andrew.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I like Toby. I love Toby. But then when the Andrew movies came out, I feel like he brought...
You just have a crush on Andrew.
I do. So this was... I had a crush on Andrew before there was that Andrew hype when the Spider-Man movie came out, all three of them. Because when that came out and all three of them came out, everybody started riding the Andrew train of, oh my God, he's the best. Mm-hmm. But I know when he was Spider-Man, like 2014, 2015, he got so much hate. I know he did. Kind of like, I don't know if you're a big Star Wars guy, but... what's his name? Christian, whatever the fuck? Anakin, baby? Anakin.
The guy who plays Anakin.
Yeah. Christian, whatever his name
forgot his name, but yeah.
Christian something.
Yeah, he got all the hate back then. He got a lot of hate,
but now
just
at the recent like Star Wars
it's just because it's popular to hate things. Once one person like hates something.
Yeah, it's like hate culture.
It's a hate. Yeah, hate is a culture, and so like let's say we hate this water. Everybody's gonna want to hate. Like Dasani. Dasani is a good example. I feel
but Dasani sucks.
But Dasani is just normal water.
Okay,
it's the same as any other water.
Here's the thing. I think most waters taste the same. From tap water to bottled water, like Fiji, Voss, and the one I get from my fridge. Mm-hmm. I think they all pretty much taste the same. I can see how there's a difference.
Tap water is the only difference I will taste. Everything else tastes about the same.
About the same. But here's the thing. There's two waters I know for a fact that taste a little... Not bad. I'm not saying bad.
Okay.
I'm saying they taste different.
Which one?
Two waters. Aquafina
and Dasani. They're made by the same people, I think.
Oh, really?
I think they're both Pepsi.
Know that.
I think they're both Pepsi.
Okay, those two, they taste different. And I'll drink it. And I mean, it's water's water, right? I'll drink it. But I'm not going to buy it. It's not the same. Here's the best one. Here's the best type of water. Do you like your water cold or room temperature?
I like room temp.
Okay, you're going to like this one better. Get Pure Life water, right? Pure Life.
Okay.
Put it in the fridge, right? Let it get cold for however fucking long it takes to get cold. Take it out of the fridge for like 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. Let the temp drop. It's going to be like this fucking... It's going to be cool. Oh, dude, like you could chug it. I want cool enough so where the temp drops, right? Or rises, I guess. The temp rises where it won't hurt your... Because, if you get like a really cold bottle of water, it kind of hurts your throat. You're like, ah.
Yeah.
You don't want that. But you don't want warm either.
You want it chilled.
You don't want room temperature either. You want that in the middle. Mm-hmm. Pure Life in the middle makes your boy act up.
Sam used to die on the hill of Evian. She swore Evian was the best water God ever placed on this earth. And no one could tell her different. And that's the only water she would drink. Not regular bottled water.
Different.
It was only Evian.
When you're saying that's the only one she would drink?
Yeah, when I first met her, that like her parents would get her own like boxes or cases, whatever. Because that's all she would drink.
My mom would just be like, okay, then you're not drinking water.
Exactly.
Either drink the water I get, or it's from the sink, or you're not drinking water.
See, I was a little different. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us would. We get the hose and just drink from like
the Manguera water.
Yeah, the Manguera.
I think that's why we don't get sick that much. Just because as a kid.
That's why I got sick.
There's some stuff living in the hose. Sam said you were a little baby when you get sick.
I am. But anyways, going back to Sam.
Yeah. Sam.
What do you call it? Yeah.
So she down the Evian.
Yeah. She would only get Evian, and it took me so long to get her out of that like habit or whatever. Because before she wouldn't drink anything else but Evian, and it would get expensive. I'm like, yeah, you're not doing that anymore.
I would tell Steph, if you want to do that, you could buy your own water, and I will buy. And honestly, as it is, I don't even drink bottled water because I'll drink from the fridge. Like, I don't mind.
Well, your fridge has that.
It has it, yeah. It has the. But Steph doesn't like it. She'll drink it like
the tap water here doesn't taste that bad to me.
Well, I mean, it doesn't taste bad to me either. That's why I drink it.
Also drink it,
it's nice.
Yeah.
But Steph will not drink it. Like, she'll drink. She's the only one that goes through our bottle. I'll drink maybe one a week, maybe, and that's because if I'm in a rush or like if I'm going to work or something, I'm in a rush and I don't have the 30 seconds to fill my cup, I'll just grab it and go.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like this. I filled it, and it was just from the fridge, and it tastes fine to me. So really, the only reason I buy bottled water is for Steph, honestly. But I just buy it like the.
I didn't know she didn't drink tap water.
She does. She'll drink it. So like if she doesn't have a bottle of water open and she needs to take like 2 pills, she'll just drink the pills and then that's it. You know, go to bed.
Yeah.
But throughout the day, like if we're just chilling all day, she'll fucking pour it in the cup. But I mean, whatever.
Wait, she pours the bottle of water in the cup?
Yeah. So okay. So she has. What? She has the Owala insulated cups. I don't know if y'all seen those.
Yeah.
So now
if you already have the refillable cup, just refill it with the fridge.
No, sir.
That defeats the purpose of
that's not her logic, sir.
Okay, so what's the logic? Maybe I'll talk to her later to explain it to me.
Okay, so look, give me your water bottle. This is Steph, right? This is Steph. This is the fridge, right?
Okay.
Right. This is pretend her Owala cup that she got. Her insulated, that has like a little straw built in. Opens the fridge, gets the cold water. This is the water that was in the fridge, right? Okay. Opens her cup. Go. Right. Closes it. Fills it up. Crushes. I like crushing the bottles.
I crush them too.
We crush the bottles. She recycles, so at least we recycle. So she recycles, I guess. If that's, don't come after her. She recycles. Right. So she puts the cup in the recycling. She poured her water. Goes back to the couch. Obviously with the straw, right? But she's drinking her water.
Yeah.
That's the process.
But like having a refillable cup and having a bottle of water, like to pour it in there,
look,
like that defeats
you're preaching
the
to the choir right now, dog. Thank you. And that's the end of my demo about how Steph's water habits are. But yeah, I don't. I just, like I said, I drink from the fridge, and it's fine to me.
I don't mind it.
I'm fine. I do carry bottled water just in case, like whenever there's a storm. I'm not one of those people that goes to H-E-B and buys like 23 cases of water because
like
of
1 or 2 cases.
But like for me and Steph, it's like if we have one at home, I'll buy one more.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean?
If we're like halfway through,
like just in case. Yeah. Like right now we're halfway through. I'm gonna get another one just because I know we're gonna restock whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll still buy some, just in case. But like this past week we had that storm, and I was like, I'm gonna buy one just in case.
Yeah.
It's always a just in case. I don't actually think something's gonna happen.
But you never know.
But like if I have 10 bottles of water left, I don't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Exactly.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know she drank.
I'm not attacking you, babe. I'm just saying.
It sounds like he's attacking you.
I'm not.
I don't know. I feel attacked for you.
It's whatever, bro. The Evian, that's wild.
That is wild.
Sam, that's wild. I can't even defend that. I don't know how you made it through life that much. I could not.
It took her forever to get out of that habit. Thank God. But yeah, now she's all good.
Well, I mean,
not that it's a flaw or anything. It's just pricey.
It's just, we're balling on a budget.
Yeah.
We're balling on a budget.
And right now I'm balling with Members Mark, Sam's Club
pizza.
Bottled water.
Top tier. Sam's Club. I want to stuff it. Do you guys like pizza? You do. We've had pizza with you. You like pizza? Yeah. I haven't had pizza. Every time we get pizza, it either is regular crust or thin crust because Steph loves.
I love thin and crispy.
Steph loves. I don't mind thin and crispy.
I can finish a whole thing of thin and crispy by myself.
I can eat more thin and crispy probably because there's less bread.
Yeah.
Than a regular crust.
Yeah. But I stay more hungry though.
But here's my thing though. If you give me, and I haven't had it in years, but assuming it tastes the same, if you give me a fucking Meat Lover's large stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, dude, have you had the stuffed crust or no? You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I've had it, but it's been years. I think since like high school, I haven't had stuffed crust.
Swear, I had it.
Pretty sure.
Ooh, it's been a while for me because, like I said, every time we eat pizza, Steph's probably with me or with someone, and we don't get stuffed crust. And honestly, we haven't eaten Pizza Hut that much. We always go to like Sam's. We just recently tried Marco's. I think I told you.
Yeah, you told me.
That was pretty good. It was like to me, it's like a better Domino's. But
all I normally get now is Domino's because it's
right
like
there.
2 minutes away from me.
Yeah, it's right there.
Rather than driving out of my way.
My dentist is right there, actually.
Oh, really?
It's on right next to Starbucks there.
Yeah.
It's called Smiles Orthodontics with that road, Vance Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's fun right there.
Oh, dang.
That's what I go to. And they just opened a second office like across the street. Anyway, besides the point.
But yeah.
I want a stuffed crust. So next podcast, I'm buying us a pizza.
Oh, we eat live or what?
Yeah, we'll eat live. Stuffed crust. I'm only gonna. Do you like meat lovers?
Little mukbang.
No, I fucking hate mukbang. No, I don't hate.
Yeah, I do like stuffed crust.
Okay. Well, do you like meat lovers? Has it?
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
So if I get meat lovers stuffed crust, we're cool.
Yeah.
With like a fucking Dr Pepper.
Ooh.
Fuck. I don't really drink soda.
A little Jack and Coke in there.
Ooh, a little Jack and Dr Pepper.
Ooh.
All right, next episode, I'll buy it on me.
Okay.
On me.
Bet.
Bring the Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack.
I'll bring the pizza. That's cool. Going way back though, way back. Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man. I feel like he had more emotion. I think Toby gave us. I think what Toby did good was giving us a very stardom Spider-Man to real life transition to living through like.
What do you mean?
Well, because with Toby, he started in high school, he went to college.
Oh yeah,
he had that struggle in between. It gave us a very real look, I feel, as to what Spider-Man was. I'm not like a super comic freak, so I don't know, maybe compared to the comics or whatever, but that's how I think. And then Andrew, I think Andrew just gave us more like emotion as Peter Parker. And then I think Fuckface McGee gave
Tom
Holland, that British cut. Oh, just imagine start bashing the British, 2-0 against them. Anyway, Tom Holland just right now is giving us a lot of young Peter Parker.
I think he does it well though.
He does it very well. They all give.
I think he's a really good Peter Parker.
He's a very good. It's a very
because he's like this shy, geeky kid. Like he's very believable to like as a high schooler.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire looked too old to be in high school.
Yeah, he did.
Everyone there did. And so like, I didn't really believe him as a high schooler, but as Spider-Man, it's something I can like really believe. And then Andrew Garfield, I felt like he was too handsome to be Spider-Man.
He's too good looking.
He's a handsome guy.
Dude, and what I liked about Andrew is also they had Gwen Stacy.
Oh yeah.
I liked how they brought
rather
Gwen.
than Mary Jane.
Rather than Mary, because if I'm not mistaken, in the comics, Gwen comes first.
I don't know the comics like that. I couldn't tell you. I think it depends on like what storyline.
Someone fact check me. Yeah, because I know comics branch out to like
there's so many different
stories.
I think it depends on the storyline.
Yeah,
I think the original was Mary Jane. I'm pretty sure. Like when he came out like in the 60s or whatever.
I think you're lying.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fact check. I'm pretty sure it was Mary Jane.
Well, regardless, I liked Gwen Stacy and I liked how Emma Stone played her, and I love, was it Spider-Man 2 when she died? I don't love that. That was so like.
I was rooting for her.
That cut deep, dude. That cut
just
deep.
Barely missed her. And then in the newer Spider-Man, where all three of them came out,
dude,
and he dove to save MJ.
I think they showed that. Did they show that in the trailer or no?
Of him saving it?
Yeah, of that. I don't think so. Of diving. No? Okay.
I think they showed a Spider-Man diving, but they didn't know like to who or what. Obviously,
like no context of it.
Yeah.
But in the movie, and then when was it Zendaya? And she's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And you could see in his eyes like he's reminiscing, like remembering.
He redeemed himself. I feel and like
he's
that's
like
why
tearing up, dude. That shit.
He couldn't save his Gwen, but he was able to save Tom Holland's MJ or whatever.
That shit hit me hard.
Yeah, I was like, dang, he did it. He made up for it, kind of.
That like sealed the deal for me, like 100% wax seal of like Andrew's my favorite. But Tom Holland does young Spidey, Peter Parker in high school
very well, I feel like.
So well.
Yeah.
And then Toby I think just gives us that OG
Spider-Man 3 with the Black Spider-Man. With his little
bad boy face.
He had a little bad boy.
Little bad boy. When he like does a little comb. Does he have eyeliner?
Yeah, he has eyeliner. He has like eyeliner.
That was a little weird.
That's okay. Back in the day though, I was like eating all that up. I was like, dang, this is a man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like him.
Mom's catching you putting eyeliner on.
Did you ever have as a kid? They sold this toy. I bought it from Walmart. That's the only place I remember going. But it's like a web shooter, and you have to buy the cans to refill, and it's like
it comes with the glove and
I
had one.
That was like my favorite toy.
My mom bought me one, and I wanted to get another one so I can have like two gloves. I think it only came with one regular glove and then one with the web shooter. But I wanted to get 2 web shooters so I can just be Spider-Man. My mom didn't want to because they're kind of pricey and we couldn't afford it. So I'm like, damn, I gotta make do.
Yeah, I remember that I went through that can in like 2 days, like a weekend, and then I wanted my mom to buy me more. And same thing, she was like, the cans are like, I don't know, $15.
Yeah.
Like I can't keep buying you cans. So she didn't buy me. I think I got some for Christmas. One time I got like 2 cans and then
that was it.
But it was so fun. I remember those things. I was like spraying like my sister.
They were all over the living room, and I would get on the edge of the couch and I'd spray it on the ceiling and I'd try to like jump. Thinking
I would like hang on my couch. I was a little smaller, obviously. I was a kid. I would hang on the side of my couch and I'm like barely.
Dude, I'd do the whole like.
I'm barely not touching the floor, so I'm hanging on the couch and I'm going. So a fucking dumbass, 6 inches off the ground, going. Stupid.
I also had speaking of like kid toys. I don't know if you ever had it, but did you ever have the Ben 10 Omnitrix?
Oh,
with those 10 original aliens. I still have it back at home, and I remember going through it.
I think I had that, but I don't think I have it.
I still have it, and I remember going through it in my backyard. I forgot the alien's name, but it's like the orange one. It's like a beast or something like that. It's like a blind orange creature, and I was walking on all fours, and then I stepped on a spina with my hand. Or a sticker, and that ruined my whole.
And you're like, I'm no longer Ben 10.
This is it.
Fuck Ben 10. Spider-Man.
That was literally my breaking point for that. I'm like, yeah, if I play this, I'm playing inside.
You're like, I can't do this anymore.
It broke the illusion.
Now that you bring up spinas, which for you uncultured out there, stickers, little spiky things in the grass.
They stick to you.
Fucking, stab you?
Yeah.
There was one time I was riding my bike with my neighbor. And I had just moved to Edinburgh, which is already a bad sign that I shouldn't have moved there. But I don't think I had just moved there, but this was when I first moved there. But anyway, I had already lived there a while. But I was riding my bike with my neighbor friend down the sidewalk. And I don't know what the freak I did, but I fell. I think I caught a rock, or something on my tire. And I wiped out, and I fell perfectly. There was like, they were building a house. They were still building like development on that street. So there was like 1 or 2 houses still being built. And so there was a patch of grass that was just super like 3 feet tall. They weren't cut it because they were building the house still. And it was full of just like spina patch, right? And I just fell. My bike perfectly like tipped over right in front of that. So I tipped over, fell in there. And I remember that kid, I don't even know his name. Luis or some shit. That kid's parents were at my house with my mom. They were just like
talking or whatever.
Parent talk, whatever the fuck parents do.
Yeah.
And we were fucking around. Anyway, so I remember walking into the living room and it's just my whole left side, like from like calf to like shoulder, and like everything was just spinas. Like I don't know how many. I know I had a lot. Like no shit, probably like 100 spinas. Or some shit like that. I don't know. I felt like 100. So I remember walking in and I was like kind of tearing up. I think I was like in 2nd grade or 1st grade. I was kind of like tearing up and I was like, Mom, I fell, whatever. So I remember her taking me to the bathroom and I sat on the toilet and she had like tweezers and she was just pulling them. So she made me take off my shirt, which was kind of tough because there was some in my shirt. So I had to like carefully, so it didn't like rub the spina against me. So we had to like carefully take off my clothes. And I was just like my chonies, and she was just pulling them off my leg. I remember pulling them off my leg, and so there was a bunch of red dots. And I was like rosal, with like a rash. Yeah. And so she was like just rubbing me with like hydrocortisone cream. Oh. And that was tough.
I remember one time in elementary, we're in the playground and. Like, I don't know, they had like wood logs or whatever to contain all the rocks in the playground or whatever. So I was sitting on the edge there and I was just chilling. Like, I wasn't doing anything bad. I was just sitting there. I forgot what I was doing. And then out of nowhere, I feel like something's biting me. And I'm like, what the heck? And I look and I see a couple of ants and I just wipe away.
Oh, you ant pile.
I sat in an ant pile. I didn't realize. And out of nowhere, I started feeling bites all over. And what do you call it? I remember, like, security guard was... like watching us, whatever. Yeah. And he was the closest one to me. Besides, there's some other teachers, but he was the closest one to me. So I ran up to him, and I'm jumping around, wiping my pants. I'm like, I need to go to the nurse. And then he's like, "Why, you got ants in your pants?" Because he saw me jumping around. I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Look." And I'm like grabbing him and showing him. He's like, "Go, go." And I run in, and I tell the nurse, I got ants in my pants. And they start like giggling. And I remember this like it was yesterday. And then they're like, "Okay, go to the restroom, whatever, in there, and take off your pants and like
try
to take them off as much as you can. We'll go ahead and call your mom. And then I'm going, and then my mom, she comes in and takes me out, whatever. She brings me like a new pair of like pants.
Yeah.
And then she took me to Burger King right after, and I'm all
poor
happy.
mijo.
And this is like in the middle of the day too, so like I'm like, cool. I miss out on the rest of the
elementary kid missing school. You felt like the world couldn't stop you.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's cool. I've never had ants. I don't think that much. I remember stepping in were they little, just the little black ants, or were they like red ants?
Which
the little fire ants.
Oh yeah,
were they
the
those?
red ones? I think
No,
so.
is that
no, mine.
Yeah.
No, they were kind of small.
Those little black ones, just like regular ants.
Well, no, like they're biting me because I had ant bites, but they weren't like super huge.
Yeah.
So I think the black ones are like sugar ants. They were small, like red ones, but they weren't like the big. I don't know.
You seen those big fire ones? Not big, but they're like legitimately probably like that.
Are those the ones with wings?
Yeah. Well, not wings, but you could see the little pincers.
Yeah. Okay, I've seen those.
Oh, I don't like those.
I've gotten bitten by those.
Yeah, me too. Those suck.
Yeah, they weren't as big as that. They were like smaller.
Okay.
A little bit bigger than the sugar ants.
Yeah.
But they were biting me.
Dang, that sucks. Sucks for you.
It did.
Sucks to suck. What the fuck is this? That sucks. Have you heard? Sorry, I'm looking here at my notes, and I just don't know why.
Why what?
Have you heard about the government shutting down?
Yeah. I'm not too worried. Right now, at least.
So, from my understanding, there's a government shutdown, and then there's what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And what's going on right now is not a government shutdown. So I don't know if you remember. I think there was one during COVID, a government shutdown.
Well, I think that was like the actual shutdown.
I think that was an actual shutdown.
Yeah, this is just like a budget thing.
So
and if they don't fix it, then
from,
we will shut down.
Yeah. So from my understanding of a few videos and talking to people is that there's a budget that the people in the U.S. Senate or whatever have to agree on for departments, state departments. So like the Pentagon, I'm assuming military, and I'm assuming like Border Patrol, maybe state parks, mailmen, stuff, all like federal employees, from my understanding. And so they all have to agree on a budget for each department. But right now, they haven't agreed on a budget because the U.S. is in so much like trillions of debt, and I think we're about to reach our debt ceiling. Yeah, our debt ceiling.
So right now they're trying to scramble to fix the budget, like make cuts where they need to, or like pick up the debt ceiling again, like they did a couple years ago.
Historically, they usually always pick up the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
Now I'm not trying to get political because I don't like getting political. And I'm not voting either side of Republican, Democrat, conservative, environmentalist, queers, whatever. But from my understanding, historically, they've always just raised the debt ceiling. Now, allegedly, this isn't me saying it from what I've read.
Sounds like you're saying it.
Sounds like me. The Republicans
are saying no.
Are saying no, we're not going to raise the debt ceiling, even though in the past, the Republican president, cabinet party people have done that. So now they're telling the Democrats no, and they're saying we need to make cuts. And the Democrats are like, oh, why don't we just increase corporate taxes because it was dropped like 40 years ago.
And
Let's
they don't
just
want to
increase that again because like why not?
Because the first proposed bill I think had budget cuts of taking it away from like veterans, like the VA,
veterans,
and some other programs, Social Security, or something like that. There's some budget cuts where they shouldn't be taking more money out because there's already not much there as it is.
Yeah,
and from my understanding, the Democrats proposed just increasing the taxes on corporations so that we can get more money coming in.
Right.
We don't have
basically,
to make those
the
cuts.
point of what they're trying to do is get more money in because we have too much debt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Republicans were saying no, whatever. But I've heard that they need to decide on it. But the person who it's relying on is, who's the speaker? McCormick, or what's his name?
Mark.
No, that old dude.
I don't know.
I think he's from Kentucky. I don't know. I'm dumb, so I don't
I'm
like
horrible with government officials. Don't ask me nothing about. I don't even know who president is right now. Don't ask me nothing about nothing, bro.
But yeah, so like he needs to
like approve.
I guess he has like the final say. I guess the way everything is at the moment. but his job is on the line. So if he says yes, he loses his job. But if he says no, he keeps it. So he's kind of like he'd rather save his own job than help the rest of America, essentially. From what I've heard, from my understanding, basically, from my understanding. And so yeah, that kind of sucks.
That does suck. Dang.
I'm not too worried. Like I think a lot of this is all for show right now, and they're not gonna let America default on their.
Which apparently has never happened.
That's not gonna happen. I'm not too worried right now. We might shut down for a couple days or weeks, whatever, like normal, like we normally do. And
like normal, America.
Yeah, then they're just gonna raise the ceiling again.
Yeah,
they have
until June 1st.
They need to raise the ceiling on my student loans.
They need to drop the ceiling.
I guess they just need to forgive my debt.
Have you heard about that? We're supposed to start paying the end of this year, which I know they've been saying that for a long time. But I think for real, it's supposed to be the end of this year. But there's a lot of speculation because nothing's approved, official, whatever. But
I think we're going to move further along when the presidential elections are up again. So that way, I mean, one president's going to be like, hey, I forgave it. Vote for me again. Or something. Like right now, we're just getting like the...
If they could forgive half my student debt, just half.
I'd be happy.
I'd be cool. Or I don't know what half is for me. But if you could forgive 10,000... I'd be pretty happy.
Well, with the program that they had going on initially, I was going to be completely fine with that. Because I think it was like 5 for certain people and then 10 is like the max.
It was 10 for something and then 20 if you had the Pell Grant.
Oh, for real? Oh, dang. Then that would have been set. I would have been like Theo Joe. You know what I mean? Getting that double twist.
That double twist, Gok 3000. You're going to do so good, his memory is going to come back.
I'm going to add 20 years onto his life.
Damn. I mean, he's already like fucking 90. How old is he? He's like 80 something. How old is he? Can we get that?
Yeah.
Poppy Biden? How old is Poppy Biden?
He is 80 years old.
80 years old. Here's
1942.
Unrelated to like specifically our president, Mr. Joe Biden. Unrelated. But here's what I think, right?
What the hell was that?
I'm trying to salute our president. You're supposed to, I don't know, isn't that like a respect? I don't know. I always see.
Have you seen the person in a frog suit on TikTok? Yeah, there's a person that just walks around in a frog suit, like an inflatable frog suit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how or why they salute, but the frog like does a whole kick thing and then salutes,
like with his leg where it goes
like sideways and then like he snaps it back to the center and he salutes and it's just a fun.
To random people?
Yeah, right. If you salute him, he'll salute back, or you do something, he'll salute. But it's stupid. It's funny though.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, it makes me laugh.
Back to what I was saying. I think there should be a cap on age. On age for any, I'm not saying just the president, maybe more for presidents, right? But anyone.
I think it should be 60.
I was going to say, I think it should be 60. I feel like, is that bias against old people? Is that a bias thing?
I don't care.
Or what is it called?
Even ageist.
Is that ageist?
Technically, yeah, but I don't care.
Okay, here's why though. Because, here's why. And this is pretty logical for me, right? But there should be a cap because there's people in office that act and like propose and make arguments as if it was 50 years ago.
Right.
And times, especially now, holy shit.
Times have changed and they're changing fast.
In my lifetime, from like when I was in high school to now, shit has changed so much.
Exactly.
So much. And there's certain things you cannot say or do just because, people, whatever.
Yeah.
Not getting into that. But so like, it's like you need a not.
You need someone to keep up with all those changes and not treat it like you were when you were 30.
While still being educated, mind you. I'm not saying any schmo Joe.
You're right. No, everybody needs to be qualified, obviously. Right. I would hope so. Obviously, not everyone is. But, yeah, I think the cap needs to be at 60. Because after that, I mean, to be honest, you're on your way out.
I think after that, you should still be allowed to be in a position of maybe advisement. Yeah. Like, if I'm sure that's a thing for any ranking official, So you can still be an advisor. They have advisors. But I don't think you should be the dude making the decision.
Right. And then that makes sense, though, because they can give their opinion
they can still
or whatever.
Give their thoughts and their opinions. Exactly. Like, we're still trying to include them, but it's like,
not making the laws, not having the final say in something that won't even affect them in like 20 years.
And I've seen it happen. I've seen some arguments. I've heard.
We need a lot more younger people in
kind of going
Congress and everything.
A prime example is when they were interviewing or interrogating the TikTok CEO.
Yeah.
Like
they're just questioning him, I would say.
They're questioning?
Yeah.
But some of their questions are so stupid. And that's not even a thing of, it is, I guess, of times have changed. But that's just someone who doesn't understand technology on a basic level.
Technology, social media, how all that works.
I'm not saying you need to understand how exactly the algorithm of TikTok.
You don't need to know the algorithm.
But I need you to understand how Wi-Fi works. And I need you to understand,
Right, no, I agree with you.
And some things they were saying, I was like, you can ask probably a fucking...
Does TikTok use Wi-Fi?
A fifth grader, and they'll understand, Like, you need to understand the basic level of things.
Right.
Some of them don't. So that's what I'm talking about.
And what's annoying is they claim that, I know, I don't know why you're saying I don't understand, and they say something that's just so stupid.
And you're like, what?
And it doesn't even make sense. It's fine if you say something stupid that kind of makes sense.
Like, you're pulling straws, but we can see, I guess.
I can see where you're drawing that conclusion. But, like, a lot of the stuff is just like, what?
Like, where'd you even get that?
Exactly. And I'm not even to say, like, I'm the most up-to-date on certain things because I'm getting older. There's stuff that the younger generation is doing that I don't know yet or understand, whatever. But, yeah, I'm sure those people that are 60, 80 years old aren't grasping what's going on right now.
I don't even...
They're so out of touch with the reality. I also think, and I don't even know if we meant to go this way, but I think there needs to be a cap on how much they make. And they also shouldn't be allowed to be trading stocks. Yes. Like anyone in like a high position like that, like if you're working in DC as a politician, you should not be able to.
Are you bringing this up
stock.
Because, again, I'm horrible with everything, but because of that one lady who sold stock.
Pelosi?
No, was it? No, it's on that.
I know Pelosi does trade a lot of stock. And
there was a lady recently, and my friend just sent me the tweet. It was on the news. It was on Twitter. It was from a news outlet. Again, don't know her name. Don't even know what position she's in. Just know she's a government official. She sold what I think is stock. I could be wrong, so don't quote me. But I believe she sold stock in a bank. I think it was called First National.
Okay.
And she bought into Chase. And then just very shortly after, Chase bought that bank. So, like, she knew... what people are saying is that she knew she had some insight, or I guess maybe all government officials have some type of insight.
No, they all do, 100%.
Of what's going to happen. So because of that, she maximized her, financial portfolio.
Yeah.
Because of what she knew. She knew maybe this bank was buying this bank.
I see that a lot.
So I'm selling all my stock in this, buying in this, and now her stock just went up.
There's a dude
probably a lot. I don't know.
There's a politician who bought something in, I want to say it was either tech or oil, and I know they're completely like different, but it was one of those.
One of the big ones.
Yeah, one of the big ones, and like a couple of days later, maybe a week later, something happened to the market where it dropped super cheap, and then I don't know where, like, it skyrocketed, and he made a couple million off of it.
Right.
Easy.
Which is like,
they have access to all information.
They obviously know a lot more than we do. Right. And so it's just like, why is it fair that they get to do that and we know nothing? So,
all right. Well, I see a lot of people just copying, like, so like they'll follow certain politicians,
and whatever they do, they'll do.
They'll copy it exactly.
Ooh, smart.
I don't know how to get into all that, but now I've wanted to do the same thing, but then also like putting a cap on their salaries. I've seen people propose the idea of each politician, like each representative, gets paid the minimum wage of their respective state, so that way they understand how the majority of their people are living. And so, like, if your state is
like here, it's what,
$725. So I don't know, our representative, like Tom Cruise, Ted Cruz and Abbott and all that, they should all be getting $725, maybe $8 or whatever, maybe $10, no matter, right? But like staying within that range, so that way they understand what their people are going through, the people that they're supposed to be representing, and they're not, obviously. And I think that's a pretty good idea, so that when they're fighting against raising minimum wage,
I have a question.
They know.
And I know I've taken a class in. What? I know I took a class in college about it, but I give two little fucks about politics. Do representatives get paid? I know they get. Okay, I know they get paid. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I know they get paid. How much do they get paid?
It depends on the state and your tenure and stuff like that. Hi there. I just want to start off by saying thank you for those who have made it this far into the video. But unfortunately, the recording stopped, so you'll just be listening to us for now. It's only just a couple more minutes. But again, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying.
Because is it also a thing that they can take away budget from their state for their own
salary? That I wouldn't know. I don't know about that. Maybe. I'm sure they have loopholes for everything. I wouldn't doubt that they would.
I'm looking it up.
Right now, I think all that depends on their state, but whether they can cut the budget and keep some of the money, which sounds very illegal.
I'm not saying cut the budget, but allot the budget, rearrange the budget. So we get
so
my office, the representative office. Instead of 5% of the budget, I'm gonna go to 7% of that budget for my office, and then that 2%. I'm just going to put in my own pocket. You know what I mean? I'm adding that on.
Well, that still sounds very illegal.
Well, it's the same thing for anything. For any corporation, Walmart, the CEO of Walmart, let's say.
Well, those would be considered bonuses, but it's not part of the budget.
Right.
So, I guess it depends on the term you use, the terminology, what you want to call that extra money. If you're saying this money that I'm putting in my pocket is from the budget, yeah, that's illegal. But if you're saying this is a bonus,
you still have a budget for salary because that's how
well, I guess that would go included with a bonus. Maybe. Okay. I don't know how that works, but I would assume it kind of ties in like that.
I get you.
Again, I think it just depends on what you call it.
Kind of going off of the government shutdown thing. So I saw that flights could be delayed because air traffic controllers are federal employees.
Oh, yeah.
So I bring that up because we have a trip at the end of May. Actually, the last weekend in May, right?
Well, if it doesn't happen until June, then I'm not worried about that.
Well,
I'm more worried about your wedding.
June 1st is the deadline. So
we'll be back by then. Just before.
We're good.
If not, a little road trip. Rent a car.
I have it down.
That'd be fun.
We'd be rent a minivan.
Dude.
Put the seats all the way.
This man doesn't want me to get a minivan.
Okay, here's my thing, bro. I grew up in a minivan. This is very biased. I grew up in a minivan. We had a white Ford. What are they called? Windstar? Question mark? Not too sure what model it was called. They don't make it anymore. Does Ford make minivans?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No shot. What's it called now?
I don't know. Let me see.
Think about it. I haven't seen a Ford minivan.
That's kind of unless they're old.
They make transits and they make work vehicles, but I'm saying a minivan. Is there a... No, I didn't turn it off.
Your thing's off?
Yeah, my thing's not loading either. Oh, it is. What the fuck? I didn't do that. How can I do that? It's over there.
Is your phone on?
Yes. Gosh. Anyway, that's what I saw. Yeah, about air traffic controllers. But I don't want to buy... I don't like minivans because I grew up in a minivan. And of course now...
They're just so comfy. They're nice to drive.
I've been in modern ones. My buddy's family had the Dodge Chrysler Challenger 2.0 Turbo Hellcat minivan, whatever it's called. The Caravan. I think the Dodge Caravan is the van.
Yes.
They had one of those, and it was like a 2020 model or 2019, which is still fairly new. And it was very nice. It had built-in TVs. It had mood lighting. So on the ceiling, there was a ring that goes around, and it was mood lighting. So at night, it'd be like a fluorescent blue.
That's kind of cool.
It was cool. A lot of storage. Very cool. Cool for road trips.
You had a Windstar?
But is that what it's called?
A Windstar, a Freestar.
Show me a picture. Our Wi-Fi went out, so Eric's not using his laptop anymore. I think it was the Windstar. Yes, bitch. I have one of these. A white one. I had a white one. Oh, dude. I was a kid. What did I care? But
Sam's mom, I think, still has one like this.
I did not. I just don't fuck with minivans. The thing is, I cannot. I don't know what.
Maybe Toyota Sienna, a nice one.
I can't. You can't see me whipping that bitch, bro.
Drop it. Replace the motor.
Put a wide body kit on it. straight pipe it.
Yeah.
Puro mufle. Breaks down fucking half a block away. I can't, man. I would rather, which I've said it, if I'm having a family, and if it's only 2 kids, you can get away with like a 4Runner.
Yeah.
But if I'm having like 3, 4 kids, I'm going to get like a Sequoia. I'm a big Toyota guy, so I'm getting a Sequoia. I'm going to pimp that bitch out.
I would love a Sequoia, but they're gas swallowers.
Yeah?
Sir.
I don't know. But anyway, I was worried about Oregon. But I don't think...
I think we'll be okay. I think your wedding's more likely to be affected by it.
That's the end of July. 2 months in, we better figure something out. 2 months in, the government better do something.
I think it's at the end of the month. We got a couple more weeks. I think we'll be fine. We should be.
I'm not really...
Nothing's refundable.
I should be worried about it, but... Some people are worried about this government thing because like money and like your workplace.
I understand if you're more like if you work for the government, like if you're a post office worker, a mailman, or you work with the IRS or something. I understand maybe you'd be a little bit more panicked, but I think us like regular people,
us normal bums,
I don't think we'd be affected right away, unless we had something directly with them that we need.
Yeah,
you know, like mail or stuff like that.
I don't even know what happened when they did shut down because it was during COVID. Remember when they did shut it down? Mm-hmm. Was the mailman working?
I hadn't ordered anything, so mailman, I don't know. I rarely check my mail.
I order stuff, but it's through Amazon. That's not...
No,
that's a corporation.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even remember if the mailman was coming. Or if they did, maybe they didn't come that often.
Maybe not that often. I'm sure they still deliver mail.
So isn't that like you have to deliver mail?
That's I think like so.
A federal thing?
But it's just slower because less people. They can afford less people. Because I think they have like a... I could be wrong, but they have like a reserve where they're able to pay still. But just less. Like less hours and stuff.
So you could get like furloughed.
Yeah.
So like half people could get like furloughed or something. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, I'm not worried right now. Hopefully, me not being worried is good.
I hope so.
I'm gonna look stupid if
4 weeks from now you're jobless, living out a box over on 1604.
In normal circumstances, if I got fired from my job, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Like we've talked about it before. I'll chill for a week and then I'll worry about the following week. But like if I lost a job because of that, like so many businesses were going out and everything, then I'd be worried because then I know I wouldn't be able to get another job.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
That would suck because then everybody's trying to do the same.
Yeah.
You just have to go like mop somewhere.
Something.
Go mop it.
Get on OnlyFans.
I will.
I would sell feet pics. You think people would still be buying feet pics during like a recession?
Yes. Dude, so? Yes, bro. The perros sucios out there, dude.
They'll find a way.
There could be a fucking nuclear war going on, and they're still subscribing every month, making sure their fucking auto debt collect is on or auto pay. Yes, bro. Yes, perros sucios out there, stay striving.
I believe it.
That's tough, but all right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens with the government. Hopefully, nobody gets fired, and that's been a good episode, good week. I hope our week is good.
Yeah.
The rest of our week.
Hope the rest of your guys' week is good too.
I hope so, but it's been good. It's been good around here. I think Andrew Garfield is still the best. I just want that final say. That's it. That's my thing. Andrew Garfield's the best, and I think you're wrong. I think Toby's third.
Third.
He's second.
I don't know. For me, it would be Toby, Tom, and Andrew. I like Andrew a lot. Don't get me. He's not a bad Spider-Man.
So Gwen just means nothing.
Gwen?
Yeah.
She's dead. So.
Damn. Well, let us know your rankings on those, and we'll see who's right. Yeah. I'm saying Team Andrew. You're saying Team Toby.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
Vote
let us know.
Or something. Yeah. Say something.
In the comments. Let us know. But it's been a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
We'll catch everybody laters.
See ya.